think this one's pretty cool. Welcome, welcome. If you have any comments or questions, leave them in the chat. I'll be sure to answer them. Hope everybody's having a good New Year's. We're doing a remix to Mary Mary Shackles. Looking for some cool stuff to put on top. I mean, I kind of like that. Yo, what's up, Beavis? My boy. Didn't see you at the game last night. Dogs won. That was super cool. Mississippi State won last night. They're just doing a really good job. And today we are doing a remix. Would have been cool to see you there again, but it's all right. I hope you're having a good New Year's. First day of 2024. What are y'all doing for it? How was your New Year's last night? I know for us in Hattiesburg, there was DJ Cujo went off, and there's like a ton of people out there on the strip, and it was really cool. Y'all let me know what y'all were into. Probably gonna need to get something an actual 100. Try this one. Oh no, it's a little country. I mean, it's cool. I don't know if it's the exact, cadence or anything that we want. Welcome to the chat. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comments. Sometimes when you pull from Splice, it doesn't exactly, work perfectly. I mean, the first one was better for sure. Let's see what this renders. We might have to play it ourselves. Sounds pretty. That's a little classical for my taste, but I do like that intro. So what if we did kind of this thing where the beat cuts out right there, and we do this sort of like this thing. Where's my kick? So let's just take this out right here. No kick drop. All these big claps. So it would be like, where's that kick coming from? Right here. All right, who we got? We got some fire emojis. What's up, DJs? My DJs, man. 2024, we're producing immediately out. I guess I should be looking at this camera. I'm looking at the wrong camera the whole time. I hope y'all's had a great New Year's. Those shakers need to come out. Where are those shakers at? Right here. Yeah, these can go. So I'm pretty sure this needs to go too. So let's make a violin. What's up, Chris? Welcome to the chat. Happy 2024. Happy New Year's. First day of it. Hope y'all are doing well. Building a beat. Mary Shackle Shackle remix. Let's going to be pretty good. Let's go into Kontakt or Splice. Let's see if they've got a cool preset for violin. I'm just going to go with Kontakt on this one. No reason not to. If you don't know what Kontakt is, it's kind of like this giant library. I don't have enough space to, keep the whole thing downloaded. But if you do, if you have a huge computer, I would definitely download all of these. They're just so good. So here's what we're trying to do. We're trying to match this. So those two notes where it goes dun dun, that's what we're trying to put on our Kontakt. Now, I can't exactly hear this too well, so let's go ahead and put Mangler on it to like beef it up. Not exactly sure what Mangler does. I just love the sound of it, especially for like bass and stuff like that. You can expand it a little bit. Put some reverb. And maybe even welcome to the chat. Jordan, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I'll get to them. We're making a Mary Mary Shackle remix. Do you remember that song when you were little? Take the shackles off my feet. It's like, you were in church and they were singing that song. It is a very popular song way back in the day.
What you want to do? I just want to...
All right, Nick, if you're still on, sorry I didn't see your comment. I hope you and your family had a great New Year's. That's cool that you saw us on TV. The dogs are doing good, you know what I mean? Guys are just crushing basketball right now. So tell your mom especially I said hey, and give Nolan a big hug for me. So let's go in here. I kind of felt like I ruined it. So I'm pretty sure I had it right the first time. So what I'm going to do is just undo all these things that I did and then move those strings over to the back end of it. And that's going to help me finish out. Because this beat was already done. So sometimes when you pop in on a session like this, you get all these fresh new ideas. But I've definitely learned, like, hey, if you've already spent the time making it, just keep it. Because I don't want the energy at the festival or wherever we're playing this to die just because I had a new idea. And that's the temptation with producing a session, going back on a session and producing it with a fresh brain, because you're like, oh, I can add this will sound good. But if you've already taken it to a certain point, you might want to just take a second and step back and say, my brain earlier had a good idea on this. Let's just put small amounts of additive. So I'm basically aborting the idea that I had originally, and I'm just gonna, Danny D. Bryan, my boy, I love you, boo boos. If you didn't know what we're doing, we're producing the Mary Mary Shackles remix. I know you know this. How's the 412 doing? How's everybody at the 412 this morning for New Year's? You're probably not even there. You're probably at some really cool place. You might even be home with your family. I don't know. But let's put this on the back end. Right here. Oh, my boy. Oh, Danny. If y'all don't know who Danny Bryan is, you're just missing out on life. Dude, who has my bed at the 412 now? Does it even exist? Or did some guy take it? Like, for real. If I were to come to the 412 now, I'd probably be like, what? It's probably so clean. And, I mean, we used to have dishes piled up to, like, the brim there. I'm so happy that finally got under control, because it was out of control for a little while. You know, this whole song is starting to get out of hand with all these additives, so let's just play it through and see if it needs anything.
What you wanna do? I just wanna...
Good. I'm happy it's super clean. Thanks, bro. Appreciate it. We are making Christian music cool again. That's for sure. Now, the aim for Dawn Patrol this year, to give y'all some background, is to do Christian festivals, youth group events, church events, anything that's going to glorify God, but in a way that's like, wow, actually got some heat to it, you know what I mean? Not just your everyday average, like Caleb type stuff. So that's what we're trying to do. And love you, boo-boos. Have fun. I wonder how long I should let this ring out. It probably doesn't need to ring out for that long. So now what we have to do is figure out what we can what we can do with this as it pertains to like live, you know what I mean? I've got the DJS 1000 sampler, which is right here. You can see that dude all the way on the left. That's a sampler. Now it's on the right. That one all the way on the left is the DJS 1000. So the big question is, how can we play this song when we play it live? Like, what can we trigger that's going to help us really knock it out of the park when we're live? So let's figure that out, and then we'll make a little TikTok video of it, performing it, and then that will kind of hype people up for 2024 with some new releases coming and stuff like that. Let me check the chat real fast. I mean, this is a pretty good connection, I would say, on streaming, so happy about that. So I think I'm going to take it from right here. Well, not there. This one, right here. This is probably where I'm going to focus. I can do that snare. I can trigger that. That's no problem. And I can let it loop. You have to double it up.
What you wanna do?
I can do the bass. Let's dial in that bass real fast. Where are we at? The 808. What do we use? What patch is this? Serum? Okay, let's do it. That's pretty simple. Alright, let's listen to it. Oh my gosh. This is why DJing is so much easier. If I had to play this live, you have to memorize every single line on this. It's so difficult. That's why I love just being a producer and like just producing it and then just sitting back. This is why people say DJs press play. In a sense, yes, we press play, but look at all this backstory we're doing. We're having to produce every single line, so it's almost like pressing play is our honor, if that makes sense. But I'm gonna try to do it to where it's not like he's not doing nothing. You know what I mean? So go. Let's just put the drums in. That'll help me. At least the kick. Where's that snare too? Kick, snare. All right, got it. Ah, I missed it already. Ooh. It's hard. Okay. I can do that. It's just gonna take practice. So now what you do if you wanna if you wanna play this live is you would basically stem out all of these, which is why just playing it live is so much easier. But that's fine. I want to try to do this. So I'm going to duplicate it. And I'm going to let's see. Duplicate. Is that what I want to do? Maybe I'll just do this instead. So go to insert audio track. We're going to record from 808. Oh geez, there's 3 808s. Which one is it? We'll call it this one. 808 REC for record. I'm going to have to hop off soon. If you're still watching this, which probably no one is, but if you are, God loves you, has a purpose for you, and 2024 is going to be amazing. You know, I could give you my testimony, but that's not really what this whole live is about. But just know that God's worked in my life. I've got a wonderful wife that I met through YWAM and Circuit Riders. I don't know if y'all know what that program is, but it's a wonderful program. You should check them out. Really, really great people. Some of my best friends and have come through that organization. And God he's always moving in mysterious ways. He's always wanting to do stuff. I know he gets a pretty bad rap in 2024 because it's just not the cool thing to do, but it's the right thing to do. And it's worth it. It really is. So if you're looking to kind of get your life, onto a different track, you can totally give him a chance. And I know he's going to work through these videos and through your life. So just wanted to throw that snippet in there before I bounce off for those still watching. All right, so let's do this. So we're going to record 808. Hope y'all are taking notes. Just kidding. There's no quiz on this. All right, let's just solo this right now. What we're going to do, so I can explain, is we're going to be recording this bass track and then trying to play it live on top of, like when I perform live. It'll be a fun thing for me to do personally, so I'm not just like letting it play. But only for the video. I could not do this at a huge festival. I wouldn't want to. It's too fast. But for a TikTok video, yeah, we can do that. Okay, so let's let's look at our WAV file. Let's make sure everything is where it needs to be. It looks good. You can see the side chain on it. Looks great. So now this is where it gets a little confusing. We need to break down all these noises. So this is one sound. We're going to color them all different. All right, so let's make this a different color. This will help us stay neat and tidy. You don't actually have to do all of them because as long as you have the, I think there's like 5 notes, maybe 6, because there's like an octave. As long as you have those, you'll be good. So let's go ahead and see what's different about this one. I think these are just all the same, which is fine. All right. Okay, let's, oh no, what have I done? Okay, here we go. Let's listen. So the ones that we need to, that are the same notes, we're gonna just keep. So you only need, because that's the same note, is this one. That's the same note as the other one. That's different. And that's the same note as the first one. It's the same note as the first one. Same note as the first one. Now these two are different. So you do want to change these out. Do I have that one? Nope. Okay. Which is, I believe, the first one. Okay, got that one. Yo, what's up, Craig? Hey, if you guys are just now joining and watching, Happy New Year's 2024. We're producing a beat right now. It's a remix for Mary Mary Shackles. It's going to be really fun. I'm going to drop it at all the Christian festivals this year, youth groups, church camps, whatever I'm doing. Goes super hard, and we're going to try to break it down right now to where I can play it live and give me something to do, something really fun that I can interact with the crowd. A lot of times DJs just press play and people hate that. I could care less. But I do want to be a little bit more than just a DJ. I'd like to be more of a musician, if you will. So we're just breaking down this beat. But look, y'all tell me, what's up, broski? Do your thing, son. Hey, I'm doing my thing, son. You too. Y'all tell me about y'all's 2024. What'd you do last night? What was the party like? You know what I mean? Did y'all see a balloon drop? Did where'd you go? I know in Hattiesburg last night, I was at the Front Street. That was super dope. Got to DJ for Mississippi State basketball last night. We won Hail State. That was fun. What did you do? Let me know. Which is the same as this one. So that can stay. This can stay. And I think this is the last one. So okay, so we're good. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of them. How many pads do I even have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I have enough. We're good. We are good. So now comes the fun part of actually breaking these down into notes. So what I want to do is unfreeze this. And so the first one is G. So I'm going to rename this G. Is it G sharp or G? Just G. G and then G sharp. G and then G sharp. G sharp. Oh, Turtle, my boy. When you coming to see me, man, you can't just watch me online. You got to physically come to the studio. F. And be here so we can make some uber crazy fat beats for it's New Year's, you know what I mean? Well, it's 2024. We gotta do it right. Okay, so this is G high octave, so I'm gonna type in G4. Uh-oh. I didn't do that right. Rename G4. So this one has to be G3. And then G sharp 3. And then this one is what? F3. If y'all don't know what the 3 refers to, it refers to its position on the keyboard. So if you say like a 3 would probably be like in the middle. I think C3 is one of your middle. And if you do if someone says, can you hit an F7, like if you're Tori Kelly, well, that's super high up in the range. That's really high. Which, by the way, did you guys know Tori Kelly has a new album out? It's super cool. I was digging her song with John Bellion yesterday, D sharp 3. That's super fun. I don't know if y'all are into her or her music, but I mean, she's got some pipes. Let me tell you, D3. I remember I saw a video of her online, and I was just like, who is this girl? She was hitting like F7s, which I just, in musical theory, that's crazy. Like, super, super high. F4. F4, what do we have here? F3, so that's just an octave jump, which is fine. This will help us navigate. Speaking of, Navigate's coming out soon. If Taylor will come to the studio, I need you in the studio, bro. Okay, where are we at? So that's probably going to be a... Where are we at? F4, F3, that's fine, but let's go over here to these guys. Nope. Oh, that's why. So G5 and G sharp 4. G5 and G sharp 4. Okay, so we have our roadmap of what we're going to do. Now let's put it into practice. Let's bounce all these little clips out. So this will be fun, you know, if I was at like an event. And I'll move over to the other deal and show y'all in another video. But this will be really fun if you're live. Instead of just going into the song, I could like play it for a second and kind of warm up the crowd to it and then trigger the actual song. If you watch James Hype, he does this a lot with his song. I know Disconnected, he plays the main melody lead and is super cool. Definitely something that we as artists should be doing. Breaking our sounds apart. Sorry, that wasn't English. Breaking our tracks apart and then being able to play them a little extended out. I know that Big Wild does that too. He uses the SPD SX by Roland. That's super fun. Odessa does that. They'll break their songs apart. Now, if you're a DJ that's flying from event to event, night after night, probably don't do it because it's just too much to unpack. You know what I mean? Keep it simple. Two USBs and just, you know, go from that. So, all right. Stop talking, Chase, and just bounce the tracks. You got it. Let's do this. So, in Ableton, you can... Let's go to 16ths. I don't even know if it's long enough. There we go. I'm going to solo this, and I'm going to export audio. And it's going to ask me a couple questions. Render the master or the selected track only. So if you look up here, it says 65.33. It's talking about this up here. I don't know if you can see it on my mouse, but 65.33 is right there. Render length is 0.12, so you know it's just going to be that. What I like to do also is just highlight it before I do it. I don't know if this is true or not, but it makes me feel better. So I'm going to do it. So we're going to do Wave 24-bit, and we're going to export this as G3. Now, let's go to this project. We're going to create a new folder, and we're going to call this DJS 1000. And then we'll put the song name, Mary Mary, well, Mary Mary Shackles Remix. It's going to help us stay organized for the future. Hey, welcome to the chat. We are breaking down a remix so we can play it live on the DJS 1000. If you have any comments or questions, just leave them in the chat and I will answer them as soon as I can. So now what you want to save this as is, I'm going to say Shackles G3. And this is going to load it up as a bass note. Now we're going to move over to our G sharp 3. Command Shift R is going to hit render selected tracks. We're going to do the same thing, but we're going to do G sharp 3. Shackles should not be capitalized. Okay, moving over to F3, Command Shift R to bounce. This is not exactly the most thrilling part of the live video, so I won't be offended if you just pop off. Okay. I wonder how small I can get this. I just want to render this. Is there like a limitation thing? I guess it doesn't matter. G4 R. Let's do G4, which tells me that it's a higher note. D sharp 3. Command Shift R. D sharp 3. D sharp 3. And then we have just D3. Oh, whoops. That's not what I wanted. Okay, D3. And then F4. It's going to take some practice on my part. You want to mute that so it doesn't go in there. F4. F4. And then you want to turn this one on and do your F3. And it's okay that it doesn't have space because hopefully you're going to export audio. F3. Says that I already have an F3. So let's go back and listen and make sure these aren't the same notes. Okay, so I already have F3, so I don't need to do that one. Our remaining is G5 and G4. So let's do it to it. G5. G5 and G4. One of the things I was just thinking about as doing this is definitely want to make it to where these don't overlap. Sometimes the samples can, they shouldn't though, because they're, okay, that's good. So G5, G4, I might have to do some more work on this. It says I already have a G4. G4? Is this G4? That's G4? Then what is this? Oh, G sharp 4. Sorry. My bad. G5, G sharp 4. Okay. Very good. All right. Now I get to go play with it offline on this DJS 1000 and see what happens. So what I would do theoretically is turn this off just for, I'm going to duplicate it, turn off the original. We'll call this original. And then I'm going to group these two so that I kind of know where it all came from. And I'm going to type DJS 1000. So I know, oh, okay, that's the DJS 1000. I'm just going to turn all this off. And then I want to, I can leave this on. And then let's, yeah, you can just, for the sake of this, it'd be fine. All right, so where are we going to start this? Probably right here.
What you wanna do? I just wanna.
So I'm going to have to play the bass to that. And then stop. Okay, let's do it. So I'm going to entitle this instrumental. We're going to do the master of this track. And this is all experimental, so I don't know if this is going to sound good or not, but we're just going for it. We're going to call this let's do this. Mary Mary Shackles DJS 1000 instrumental. That way I know it goes with the instrumental. Okay. All right, so now the fun part begins. I'm going to hop off. I want to say thank you to everybody who watched. 2024 is going to be a really cool year. I definitely feel it in my bones. And if you enjoy this, if you enjoy learning about Ableton, or you enjoy seeing music production or live DJing, this is the channel you want to come check out every now and then. So, love you guys. Y'all be blessed. And I'm going to go play with this DJS 1000. Happy New Year's.